Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now here I am just heading into the second review I was going to do tonight, and here I'm going to review Terence Malick's To the Wonder. Now I love Terence Malick, really good artist, really dedicated and unique filmmaker. Always been a big fan of his works. I can understand why some people wouldn't be, but he's actually probably one of my favorite directors. I've actually always really admired the works of Terence Malick and the unconventional style that he brings to the screen. But with this movie, To the Wonder, now I will say I've seen a lot of the reviews for it, and I've seen the reception for it when it first came out, and it was not too well. A lot of people didn't really get the movie. A lot of people didn't really like it, and even some of the people that got it tended to they tended to think it was not told it was not told properly, like it was just a waste of time to be watching, like the movie didn't really lead them anywhere. Whether they got it or not, it wasn't told conventional enough for them, and I can fully agree with all that. I will say I actually do really I quite love the movie To the Wonder. It's an absolutely stunning movie. For somebody who loves scenery shots in film, it's a given that I would, relate and like Terence Malick's work, especially in To the Wonder. I mean, the landscape shots and the cinematography and just the shots that are taken in this film are truly remarkable. Very incredible and well crafted, and really just suck you into it. Terence Malick a lot of times does very unconventional filmmaking, where a lot of it isn't so much heavy dialogue and stuff like that. It's very metaphorical. A lot of it is sort of an emotional expression, representation of something. A lot of the stuff is done in heavy metaphors like that, and a lot of the shots, they aren't explained for you or edited together in a coherent sequence that you would pick up on all the little subtle details. And I really I really admire that. Like, I really enjoy that kind of filmmaking. This particular story that he chose to tell in To the Wonder, and even the particular aesthetic of the film, from the actors he chose to be in it, to everything about the movie, just the whole aesthetic of this particular abstract kind of romance tale, love story, as you will. It was really well done visually, and the score is amazing. I love the score in this movie. It's a really nice but yet haunting kind of piece of music, and I really enjoyed that. But what I will say, this film's biggest flaw, for one, it's a little too long for this kind of movie. If they were to tell it more conventionally, perhaps it could get away with stretching as long as it does. But being the kind of movie that it is, I think it will kind of lose people no matter how beautiful it is, due to the length of it. So I think it should have been a little bit shorter. And also, like I said, this particular story that Terence Malick was meaning to tell, I really think it particularly, and this isn't going into other works of his, this is just To the Wonder, I think very much so could have benefited from being told in a more conventional sense. I think a lot of the scenes, even if it was still very art house, I think if just a few scenes anyway were told with just a little bit more normal cinema structure, it actually could have enhanced the experience of the film. I think all the actors did a good job, even though a lot of people say they were pretty much props because they had hardly any dialogue. That's very true. But I think they did a really good job with what they were given, And I think no matter what, like, it isn't like lazy acting just because there wasn't a lot of dialogue. I mean, they needed talented people to emotionally convey the character arcs that are very hidden but yet there to find in this film. And with that said, the movie is just too beautiful to give a low grading to, so I'm going to actually give To the Wonder an A just for beauty, but it definitely has some flaws that keep it from being an A+. Like, if this was just a little bit more conventional, and I love these completely out there art house films, but if this one particular had have just been a little bit more conventional, it would have been on the train to A+, no problem. I don't care what anybody else says out there. But I'm going to leave it with an A because it definitely was a little too long, and it definitely could have used some storytelling enhancement. But that's my review for To the Wonder, everybody, and thank you very much for watching.